Hi everyone, so we're day 22 now. So start of a new, this should be a new episode I believe. So not much going on in here really. It seems to be getting more and untidy as I bring stuff in from the man cave. An interesting more on right box, which I'll show you probably in the next hodgepodge. So by now you should have seen the milling machines episode. I'll leave it covered up just in case something's gone wrong and I've not been able to release it. Additional windows have arrived, so these are coming out of a job that the guys and they're replacing them because they manufacture wooden ones sort of for listed buildings and this sort of stuff. So somehow these plastic ones have been removed, so these will be used to as part of the stuff to cover this up. And let me if I walk you down into the main joinery workshop, I'll try and explain to you a bit more of what's how that's actually going to happen. Are just some of the windows the guys make and various things. So these are also from this job. So these are spare. These are opening doors. So if we look back up, we can see round about here is where the doors will be. There'll be no purpose other than to open and let some ventilation. The top of the stairs there'll be another door, and then those windows will again just be placed in somewhere so the main objective is to stop the dust getting in, but also do as much as possible to maintain the light. Not only for me up there, but also for these guys, because if we block this all in, all the light that comes from my area would no longer shine down here in where they do a lot of their handwork. But we've also got these great big, let me move over here so it's a bit more, you can see these plastic sheeting. So again, I believe, I'm not 100% certain, these are reclaimed from somewhere. That will also constitute some of the filling in the gaps, so it won't be totally clear, but it will give us some element of light. So the bits and bobs are starting to return to the workshop that will be used. I mean, it's going to be a bit patchworky. It's not it's not a listed building, it's a workshop, but I just thought it would be interesting to give you some view of how that's going to be. And then I think I probably mentioned this before, but so that wooden thing that we moved to get the lathe and milling machine up will move back, that panel, and then the doors will be there, the two doors that were open, but that also allows us to lift this panel out the way should we want to, open the doors, and then the forklift can bring stuff up and lift it into my workshop. So there's a little bit of thought coming in here to allow still have access, but reduce the dust. And that's the goal. The guys, I'm not quite sure how we manage the door here, because we've got the pier, and then obviously the slopey roof. I guess it's probably just going to be something sort of on an angle that we come in. But yeah, so as I say, we've got lots of things to allow us to block the space up and still maintain the light, which is what I'm very keen, because although I've got light coming in here, obviously we all know the sun moves during the day. And I don't know, I've not worked up here long enough to know whether from this bit where the guys are, whether that actually flows in more so this way at some times of the day, and therefore if this was all blocked off, I would have I wouldn't have so much light. So that's the plan, yeah. So anyway, that's about it. Hopefully we've had a bit of a natural break from the because we had the milling machine episode. currently the videos are running around 2 weeks behind where we are. So the plan, you know, with the gap that I've created by doing the milling machine episode, should have allowed us to move a bit forward. If necessary, I will do the same. If things, you know, if the guys get busy and can't move forward, I'll do the same with the shaping machine to create a little gap. And one other thing I thought was, well, suggestion from Joseph over at Garden Tractor Boy. He said, well, what he thought would be quite a reasonable idea will be, once it's sort of finished, to do a shop tour. I know you've sort of come along with the ride with me, but it might be fun just to step through everything when it's in what I believe will be the final place. I think we've also pretty much had the go ahead. We've had people looking at this to remove this, so this is going to be really good. So it's going to open things up, and it's actually made me have a bit of a rethink on the positioning of some things. So but we'll see that as time progresses. Okay, well, that's about it for today. So well, as we always say, the video or the power of video editing, we'll see you shortly. Okay, thank you. Hi everyone, day 23. We're doing a bit of workout, just sort of started to go through some of my tools and get ready for being able to actually make something. So I've been going through the DTIs, a couple of 𝗤𝗘𝗟𝗟𝗢 ones. Everything is Imperial actually, which I think, yeah, the Myford is, and the milling machine. So I've got so 2 𝗤𝗘𝗟𝗟𝗢s, Mercer, and a tech clock. That's a Japanese one. So they're all working fine actually. So I'm very pleased about that. And these, I've got some others here. Let's just move that back a bit. So I got a verdict one. Is it verdict? A verdict. Yeah. So that one. Well, I got through. No, it's verdict. Sorry. That's a John Bull. And I got another. Let me see, another verdict one there. These all need a bit of attention. They're not moving very well. So I was thinking, yeah, nothing returns. Think of sending these to, or I don't know whether he does them for other people, but I forgot his name now. I was John Mills's friend, Bob. Yeah, so I was thinking of taking them to Bob, not taking them, asking John if Bob would service these to bring these back to life. And then as far as clocks, I think I'm probably okay. Definitely, everything, as I say, everything's Imperial. So at some time I'll probably need to get some metric. So tomorrow I'm going to I've got quite a few micrometers. All this stuff is from this GE lock was a gentleman I bought an old toolmaker's cabinet from, and a lot of this equipment came from him. The micrometers is the mix between stuff I got from him and stuff I just had when I was, doing this stuff for a living. So anyway, so that's about it for today. That's all all I've been up to. So tomorrow probably be micrometer day. Okay. and I've still not done anything about the lathe, so I need to do that. Anyway, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Morning everyone, day 24 in the workshop. Bit of a flying visit today. The plan to do the microphotometers has gone to the wall. So I've just had a bit of a tidy up in here because it was getting a bit out of control when I looked at yesterday's footage, so I've done that. Nothing done out here. And as I showed you the other day, let's try and get back to that so you can do. I put all the little drawers up here, which I've got all my tools in. When I was downstairs, because I've been downstairs for about 5 months, I knew where everything was, but I spend half my time looking at everything, even though it's labelled up. So I had a bit of a rearrange of the drawers and tried to put the things I used mostly in these two, because they're, you know, obviously eye height, and then the least, because I'm a short person, the least used up the top, and likewise down at the bottom. Just try to get it a bit more logical, so that should be a bit better. I've been thinking about this this setup, and it's I'm quite liking it actually. I think I need to build another one of these just to get a second set of storage things for the lathe parts and the milling machine parts, but I think the concept's reasonably sound, so that's good news. But you know, as I always say, things are subject to change. Just a little update on this. I think they took the door frame out of for the that we looked at the doors the other day, so that's here for the opening, the partition wall type thing. And I think if everything goes well, I don't think I've said this before, that they're going to make a start on it next week. So probably Saturday or Sunday, I'll move the lathe back towards the centres to give them, you know, better working space. Just generally make sure everything's covered up so they can tinker away and do their bits. So that's great news that we're getting somewhere. I'm not sure it will all get completed in that next week, but I think it'll be a good start. And so one of the priorities, this lot drives me crazy. Bit, you know, I don't want to say it's OCD, but anyway, it's just so I get some pins and get all these. Mainly this one really, just get this into a better place before this gets blocked off. Otherwise I'm gonna have to live with it. Yeah, so that's about it for today. So I'm not in tomorrow because generally don't attend on a Wednesday. But you never know, might change my mind. But I'll be back Thursday. Okie dokie, right, speak to you soon, bye bye. Hi everyone, so day 25, had the day off, that was yesterday. So today, day 26, got a big smiley face, and I'll show you why in a second. But yeah, the second Myford MCO, this is the one that is in quite a poor condition. So now I've got the space here starting to bring stuff up from the man cave. So that was, yeah, just put that in, thought I'd let you see that. So last night the video went out and there was quite a few suggestions from you guys, so that was and just I want you to know that I do take on board what you're saying. I'm just looking for that one. So we've got gable wall, and that's why there's a big smile, because when I arrived this morning the guys had started some work, so I'm been having a bit of a reorganisation. So the Chippy's bench was there, so that's now over there on the other side. The saw that was there, the Hexacut, is now here. This bench, my workbench, has moved this way a bit. We'll go further. The plan for this gap here will be this second bench, and I'm going to put the shaper on. Again, it's all subject to change. And the milling machine will go somewhere there. The reason, because we don't have that cross beam, but we need this door to be in place. And the lathe, so the lathe, the ML7, will go along this wall, so the headstock will be at this end, so that allow me to have anything hanging out, not that you're likely to on an ML7, but that's where that's going to go. So taking on board lots of your suggestions about trying to put the machines under natural light, and the partition wall started to appear. So these were the windows and things we've seen in previous episodes. So no, actually in this one, earlier in this one. So anyway, it's all started to come together. So that's great news. I don't think they're going to get onto it again till next week, but it's definitely a start. So I'm extremely pleased with that. So I think what I'm saying, so again, sorry for that. I think what we will get is, even at the moment, because I know the glasses and then these, but you will see they're not. It's not going to be restrictive of light too much. I'm not too sure. I think that those old roof panelling things are going to go up the higher, but I haven't. Yeah, well, I have to wait and see. I've not really bothered the guys too much, so they can start to fill in around here and stuff. So yeah, it's fabulous. So a bit of a new look workshop. I haven't even got the old look going. Yeah, so milling machine, shaping machine, power hacksaw, Kennedy Hexacut, ML7, and then over here, I think this is the D-bit grinder. So I think I'm going to have a D-bit grinder here, and probably there. Maybe a bench grinder. There are some downstairs, so I may just go down and use theirs. So that one, it seems crazy really having two when I don't need one. And yeah, so probably have those in there, I think. And if the eagle-eyed people haven't noticed, this is all clear now. So we haven't got the big the metal work. There was lots of discussion and some advice taken on whether it would cause a problem, and it was deemed it was okay, so that's great. I'll keep ducking as I walk by, because I haven't got used to it, and the plan will still be to put some lag in, especially around that around here, because although it's fine with me, I'm not the tallest person in the world. So yeah, so a new look workshop. So tomorrow the plan will be what I'm going to do is continue to get this bench, this other one of these blue benches set up, do that now, get that in place, and then tomorrow hopefully the guys can help, well actually do, because I can't move the Myford. I managed to move the Chippy's bench, but the Myford's just too heavy for me. So we get that in place, move the shaper over, and just twist turn the D-bit grinder around, and then everything's sort of in place. And then at some time I'll move this table this way a bit, just so it's just a touch more, just so I've got a little bit more space down here to work on, because the issue still really I've got to do, haven't worked out, is how far I need to come out. So I'm going to have to work out, because this is a slopey roof, the height and everything. So I am going to, I've sort of got in my mind this, where the woodwork joins is probably, I may come out nearly as far as that to be able to get the height for the milling machine. But anyway, we'll get to that. Okay, well that's about it for today, and I'll show you some more tomorrow. So yeah, I'm very happy today. It's lots of good stuff. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone. So day 27 in the workshop. So today's a Friday. Just sort of give you a quick mooch round. The guys were kind enough to help move some of the tools. So in the new workshop layout, lathe here with the natural light. So we've got that set up there. So that's pretty cool. This here, I did think this was a candidate to paint a blackboard on. So I may well do that. Shaping machine's moved now. So shapers here, so that's pretty good. And although this is, I believe, an experimental workbench, we can see we've now got space to drop down to be able to have the motor below and the pulley there. So I think I can dummy it up as a temporary solution, which is good, because that allows me to progress that one. Dore Westbury is going to go there. Main reason because of that cross beam, and we've got the most height there. I think I may have said some of this yesterday, so apologies if I did. Yeah, so workbench. The Chippy's bench is there, but I've been having a bit of a think, and I think once all the work on the partition walls complete, I'm going to put it sort of here and have it, so if I'm working there I can, you know, see the view out the window. It's also obviously a bit easier if someone comes in the workshop when the guys are not here. And we got the decal there in readiness for when I get around to fixing that up, but the shaper will be the first. And the I've put the saw back here. I've decided that's a better place. So yeah, that's the new workshop layout. The guys have suggested they won't be able to do anything next week, so that's obviously money generating things come first, so which is totally understandable. But I think now with the new layout, it does allow me to move forward on a lot more, and I will start to do some work with the shaper, or restoring it. So I'll start to put together a video on that, so then we can have a bit of a break from the workshop activities and have a first look at this in a bit more detail. Yeah, so that's about it for today. The only thing I want to do tomorrow is we can see this pier never got painted, because I never knew really where the end was, so I thought I'll have a big clean up around here. As we can see, we've got an awful lot of sawdust, and that adds weight to the reason I'm trying to get this blocked off. So clean all this, paint that, and then that should be all ready for when the guys can continue with the building of the partition wall. So yeah, that's about it for today. So I'll see you tomorrow when there's a bit more to show. Okay, thank you. Hi everyone, so day 28 in the workshop. It's pretty late at the moment, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I came up with this smart idea to put a computer in here. So this is a real old laptop that I had at home, so I ended up spending most of the morning clearing off stuff and applying updates and everything. There's no internet in the workshop, which is fine by me. The purpose really is so I can try and have a look at some of the videos that I make as I go along, and hopefully then maybe make them a bit more sort of cohesive, because sometimes when you get to the editing stage it doesn't look so good. And someone was kind enough to sort of a permanent loan of another GoPro 7. So that I'm filming on one at the moment, so that gives me a better option to be able to try and film with 2 cameras. Might cause more of a problem, but we'll try it. Because of the late start, nothing much has happened in here. The only thing that I don't think you've seen is I came up with the idea of trying to stand the Dore Westbury onto a workmate to get some idea of the height. Now, although it looks quite small, we've got the height from there up, and then we've got the table on top. So I think it's just an experiment, just to give me a bit of a clue, and also understand how much the curvature of the it's not curve, is it? The angle of the roof, how far I have to have the milling machine sticking out. So that's really just yeah, that's it. So the original plan, as I'm sure you all know, I very rarely keep to a plan, to paint this corner and clean all this up, or clean first then paint. I'll do that one tomorrow. Interesting enough, it's pretty hot day outside, and we're not really, it's not too bad up here. I mean, I'm not doing anything, obviously nothing, and there are no machines running to generate any heat, but it's better than I thought. Yeah, so that's where we are. I've got a few tools in the car to unload, tools and bits and bobs, which I'm going to do. I'm trying to clear out the man cave really, because I'm getting a bit of a stick, because it's, you know, I've got 2 places here, and I've replenished the digestive biscuits, because I also have a location where I can keep them hidden away as well. So that's about it for today. So and the end of this video. They seem to be dragging on a bit really, because this was number 5 I think. So I don't really sure how I approach moving forward. I may just do another one that spans a couple of weeks, which should get hopefully the partition wall finished and the machines up, but just do not a mega one, because I'm sure you've all had enough, but just do a bit of say a couple minute update each day, just rather than some of the longer ones I've chatted, and maybe just cover 2 weeks in it. So in the worst case we're going to get something like 28 minutes, but it's in reality the chances of me doing 14 days in a row are fairly slim, so I probably won't do that. One of the other things is I want to put fit some sort of extension lead here, you know, so then I can plug it into there and then plug all the lathe parts into that, and then I'll probably run the shaper off this side. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, as we know, it all changes from day to day. Anyway, that's about it. So for today, let's have a see if we can see the Myford label. I'm not sure why I decided I need to show you, but yeah, and that's the end for this week. So I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for all sticking by me, and stay happy, strong and healthy. Cheerio.